Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here again on public test. They finally patched the max changes that are more likely to go live than what we saw before last night. So I'm going to take a look at them again real quick and try to run through all three maxes. First thing you'll notice, the frag grenade max, I don't know if that'll make it in. It got pulled from the test. It was kind of here in not exactly finished shape before. I'm going to look at the flamethrower first, which all three empires have access to. They've made some tweaks to this, although personally I still feel like it's weak for its role. There's about the extent of the range of it, if you go back. Yeah, that's where it drops off. It's like a complete all or nothing. You're either in range of it or you're not. And I believe it keeps that same damage even when much closer, taking quite a long time to incinerate somebody. It looks pretty cool though, right? I can't see many situations where it would give you a faster time to kill or a real reason to use it other than the existing AI maxes, but it may still have its role. I assume they didn't want to come out too powerful where everybody had the old hacksaws, because that would have been pretty crazy. Nonetheless, it's pretty fun, you know, but as far as practicality, especially as an NC, I would most likely want a shotgun max in every situation over this. Maybe some of the other Empire maxes would feel differently. Now the new NC max, the new NC AV max, even though it's named the Sparrow, I would have preferred they reserved that for air to air, but that's just a quirk from PlanetSide 1, so why not? This was a lot of fun. They nerfed it a little bit, or you could say balanced it, adjusted it a little bit. But with extended mag, it's 9 shots now. That's pretty good. And still does okay damage for having the 9 shots. And this is about max fire rate of both arms right now. So that's not bad at all. Now the awesome thing about it, if you don't know, is it's wire guided. Just like the Engineer AV turret. So it's basically like you have 2 weak AV turrets on your arms, which is not really bad at all. I think compared to the Falcon and the existing AV maxes, that'll get a lot of use without being too overpowered at the same time. Now the new ability for NC is the shield, of course, the riot shield essentially. This is what it looks like. You can't fire, this is as fast as you can move, you can't sprint with it. But it doesn't have a duration, it just has a damage absorption. So I can do this all day long if people aren't shooting at me and bring up a group of people. It seems really nice for teamwork orientation, but really, really, really bad compared to the default charge if you're just looking for kills or something like that. Because the charge is actually probably underrated. It's really good not only for defensive purposes to get you into safety when you're under fire, but also to close the gap, especially for AI maxes. So I think that the charge is still something I would be using in most cases, especially at an AI max, unless I knew for a fact that, you know, we were doing some sort of teamwork, support-oriented role. And as you know, I don't use maxes a lot to begin with, so I'm not going to show you the flamethrower again. The frag isn't here, so we're going to go straight into the starfire, which again should be renamed. Does it not have extended mag? It might not. Or at least not available to it. That's fine. Save some time and grab the GU08, which is also here now. I haven't tried it out yet, so this will be a first for me as well. Now the starfire, I'm not a huge fan of. I realize it's not an AI max, I'm just using it again. They upped it, even without an extended mag, to 6 shots now instead of the 3 I believe it had before. So if we do get an extended mag, we might see that be a little bit better. It's really kind of like lancers on your arms. You can do the charge up type of thing. One shot's an infantry for what that's worth. We'll use it against this harasser. I realize I'm like not shooting him in the back and shit like that. So the charge up is more or less powerful. It's more powerful than, or probably very closely to a decimator, more powerful than the default rockets. I believe a decimator, 2-shot harassers, even in the front side, whatever. And this looks like it would do the same. Now, it also, as you can tell, has burst potential. You don't need to charge it. It doesn't seem like it benefits from charging quite as much as the Lancer does. I noticed it missing some shots that I don't feel like it should be, though. I did notice that the other day when I was testing it, too. But, I mean, hey, why not? It's certainly, I think, way better than the current AV option as well. They seem to like giving VS the charge up type of things lately. I think we'll see it again with their spiker type of pistol that they're going to get when Empire pistols come out. So maybe it'll be fun. I know some people like the Lancer now, and again, I'm not a big max guy, but maybe you guys will find a way to make this fun. It seems like in groups you can get really quick burst damage as well, much like with the Lancer. So here's the Zealot Overdrive. I don't know how good it's gonna. I'm moving slightly faster, it looks like. Yeah, slightly faster, not like super crazy speed like some people were thinking originally. I'll save it for an actual vehicle so you can tell the difference in damage. I'd like to find a harasser again. There's one way down here. And I'll do a 3 burst with the Zealot Overdrive on just to see the difference in damage since we did that. It's going to be a VS one. Hopefully we'll be able to tell. Not really. Be nice if that showed up. Alright, we'll do it on this. Or somebody else would be shooting at it. That's cute. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference in damage. This isn't really something that, I don't know, it's kind of a numbers a buff. You take more damage, which you can't tell in VR because people aren't doing damage to me, and you deal more damage, and you walk a little bit faster. So, I mean, that's cool and all. That's probably something you really have to try out to see how good it is in an actual situation. Figures all these vehicles are VS. But what I just saw that was interesting, if I do my sprint or auto run and then turn it on, it boosts your sprint. However, okay, I thought I couldn't do it the other way around. At least it feels like it's slower. Maybe it's just the ramp up time. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like I go faster if I sprint first and then turn it on than if I have it on and then move. I mean, that could be something worth testing, it could be a bug, I don't know. Or I might just be crazy. You guys decide, I don't know. I feel like it's slightly faster the other way. Anyway, here's a mosquito again, let's burst it with it on. Alright, so you can feel a little bit different damage. Not like, oh my god, huge, it's doing so much damage, but it's certainly a perk in having the slight speed increase, the slight damage increase, and you just gotta watch out for yourself a little bit, so it's not bad at all, I don't think. As a person who doesn't usually use maxes, I am happy that they don't have the jump jets from PlanetSide 1, that's for sure. I know some people might be sad about that, though. On TR, we're going to grab, be helpful for a max first, we're going to grab lockdown. Alright, we already have it. And the fractures are the new, let me grab extended mag on them. I didn't really like these that much in the original incarnation of them. I'll also show you the lockdown on the burster, even though people aren't flying around right now. It's got some heat on the forums. So here's how these shoot: 14 rounds in each with the extended mag. That's holding them down. That's the max rate of fire without being locked down. Oh, this animation, such reminiscent of PlanetSide 1. So that's pretty considerable increase in rate of fire. And for side damage on a mag, that was pretty quick too. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. They feel a lot better than I felt like they did when they first came out. I don't know if that Max was at full health, but if he was, he just got completely destroyed. I feel like it's a bit more reliable, accurate shot than the starfire as well, honestly, which was kind of confusing to me. But they're not bad at all. I think there's something that the TR needed. I realize it's kind of just basic, straight firing, dumbfire, pretty accurate balls of red light, but I think it'll come in handy for them. It's contrary to the pounder, whereas the others were kind of like this to begin with. Yeah, much weaker, of course, but I'm gonna grab a burster real fast. For all the funds. This is what burster normally shoots like. That's what you're familiar with if you use these crazy things. Here's a lockdown burster. That's pretty deadly. Just one of them, let alone multiples. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but we'll see. Hopefully if they're locked down, people on the ground or other vehicles, excuse me, can take them out, and we won't just get completely destroyed by lockdown bursters all day. If I grab the onslaught, just as a quick test with that, because it feels like the lockdown actually affects different weapons differently, whereas the other ones are kind of just going to affect your max for NC or VS pretty much the same regardless of what setup you're using. This is a normal onslaught. And that is our lockdown onslaught. Bringing me back to PlanetSide 1. At least they'll be decimator bait a little bit more though, but they definitely will be dangerous as well. So thanks for stopping by if you're watching this on the live stream. Thanks for watching it if you're watching it on the YouTube port. And today, Saturday the 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, that is in about 2 hours from now, if you happen to be watching this right before then or during it, there's going to be a focus test on the test server where all of this stuff is getting tested. So please feel free to stop by. It really helps when there's a lot more people on the test server to test things out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, I'm not much of a max guy, but I wanted to test them out nonetheless and see what I would be dealing with, both if I decided to use them some more or going up against them. So leave your comments, and we'll see you guys soon. Be sure to check out the stream, ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV. I will be streaming most of the day today and tomorrow. I will see you guys there. Have a good one.